What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror thrillerish film review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Hollow Man. It was released by Columbia Pictures August 2nd, 2000. Written by Andrew W. Marlowe, produced by Douglas Wick and Alan Marshall, and directed by Paul Verhoeven, who also did films like Starship Troopers, RoboCop, Total Recall, and even Showgirls. It's had a budget of $95 million and it made over $190.2 million. So it's like a somewhat modest success when it came out. It has a sequel, which I'll probably review later on. But yeah, Hollow Man. Well, Hollow Man's basically a ripoff of The Invisible Man. It's a pretty well crafted film. It's a group of scientists are trying to discover invisibility, making like animals and people invisible and how to bring them back. And yeah, and they do. And this one eager scientist, played by Kevin Bacon, wants to try it out on himself. So when he does, he kind of like makes him feel empowered and everything like that. So he keeps doing it, but he doesn't realize as he keeps doing it, it makes him go more and more mad and psychotic. And so as he goes invisible, one, it stays longer, and two, it's harder for him to turn back and be normal. So he does, but so he goes on this weird um, stalking-ish tendencies and stuff, and then he eventually breaks and goes on a psychotic rampage, killing people and things. This film takes a while. It builds like the atmosphere and stuff, and it really takes its time with the characters to get to the point where he goes invisible and stuff. They really take their time explaining the sci-fi stuff, which I like and stuff, and you get to know the characters more throughout the process and that. And yeah, it goes from everything from like you see. So back in the day, this is state of the art technology that they're using to make them make it. Like CGI was still in its infancy and beginning, and they were using it to the best they could to make it. And believe it or not, it stands out better than half the shit that's out these days. I still think it looks better than most of the crap that comes out in theaters now. So, yeah, CG is pretty impressive. It still is, and yeah, I like the way they did this story and stuff. Kevin Bacon plays the psychotic. Plays the scientist that goes nuts and kills him, and he's the one who's invisible. He does a really good job. It's a little different type of role for him than I'm used to. I'm used to seeing him in like Tremors and things like that. And well, it was pretty neat to see him in this role. And yeah, he makes it a little more fun, edgier and stuff, especially when he does things that you don't expect, like killing animals and stuff. I know there's going to be people that are sensitive nowadays to that, but suck it up and watch it. But live through it. They don't actually show it. It's basically like a thermal camera and you see it, but it's not like actual puppies getting killed and stuff. But yeah, it's just a movie, people. Anyways, yeah, so but as he goes more and more intense, and the final showdown's great. The way they fight through the building and stuff and into the elevator shafts and everything, and as he slowly coming back, you see his flesh start appearing again and stuff throughout it. It's a little too late for him, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this movie. It has a good sense of, it has an interesting story, even though it ripped off The Invisible Man a lot. But it definitely is definitely one of the more groundbreaking, underrated films out there. I enjoyed it a lot. The acting's pretty good. The story is interesting, and some people might find it a little slow, but it's worth their time. So definitely check it out. But there's not very much any flaws to this besides those. And yeah, and they probably could have took out half the love stuff in it, but other than that, it's a pretty solid movie. I'm gonna give Hollow Man a 4 out of 5. But yeah, if this sounds like something you're interested in, the trailer is linked down below, like always, and also linked down below is my Instagram. That's where I was supposed to clip the films I'm gonna review in the future. All my stories, the film title hashtag, yeah, subgenre film and a hashtag, so you're aware of it. So yeah, follow me on there, and also check out my Letterbox and Therapy reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the film. So follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay with the channel. Like this video, share it to more people who are very aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you want me to do the sequel, well, I'm doing that next. So tune in for that. Ring that bell. But yeah. And but if you have any other films or film franchise in any genre that when you hear my opinions on and do a video on, comment those down below. Try to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them, make sure you subscribe so if you find something weird, obscure, and odd that I brought never thought checking out together. Also, hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And yeah. And finally, yeah, like I said, ring that bell because I'm going to be talking about Hollow Man 2 in the next one. So, yep. But watch out for all those crazy scientists trying to make them invisible and go nuts. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.